Welcome to KR Films Entertainment Channel. The attention the boy was listening to music with his headphones on. Suddenly snacks floated up. He took him a moment to realize that the streets were in chaos. Where he opened the car door and looked up to find the streets in the city destroyed. They were sucked into the sky. The beauty was instantly torn apart, so spectacular yet manifesting his majesty. The man was instantly blinded. It was like a giant meat grinder crushing the whole city, is like a magnet that attracts all objects on the ground, and even to see his swept overhead. Humans trapped in this place cannot escape this tragic fate despite desperate attempts to escape what is happening to the earth. He starts with the moon, a huge wormhole. Weird on the moon in a spherical alien spacecraft flew out from it. Faced with the threat of an alien civilization, mankind had to act instantly to destroy the alien ship that dared to offend mankind. The spaceship had no aliens at all. Humans cut off the peace agreement with the aliens. The victory made everyone feel proud and pride, but did not know that a stating disaster was coming. David on Earth knows that things are not simple. As the leader of the anti-alien alliance, he goes to the moon to see the truth. They arrive at the moon and start exploring the wreckage of the alien ship to try to find more information about aliens. Suddenly a huge ship abuse over the moon. This mothership has far more mess than the last one that invaded us, so large that its diameter covers the moon. They are very cunning and give humans with a high threat index of violent heading. This allows for a more effective and successful invasion of Earth. The exploration spots on the moon evacuated and fire under the pressure of the huge ships. The base also looked very small too. The humans on the moon, the commander gave the command to launch an attack on the ship. A wave of beam flew past, but the shoots to no avail. Then they sent small fighters to attack again. Suddenly the ship gathered energy to launch a counterattack. The captain saw this and ordered all of them to evacuate. Then a shock wave had down. The base was instantly blown to ashes. At the same time, the alien ship and the moon brush past, and their next target was the Earth. The human defenses of Earth were overwhelmed. The aliens destroyed the defense system around the Earth. A few minutes later, the ship had a right over the Earth. At the same time, the exploration team gradually approached the Earth with a gravitation force of the alien ship until it reached right above the Earth. Other objects on the ground were in danger. The exploration team was very sad to see the sight. He kept drifting on the Earth, and the surface of the Earth was looted wherever the ship passed. At this point, the exploration team working on the ship needed to evacuate quickly. Their lives were in danger. Fortunately, the pilots were skilled and dodged endless obstacles in the air. Finally, at the last moment, they escaped from the disaster. The airship right over the Atlantic Ocean, and a man on the ship. They showed a shocked look. He was from seen in an uncontrollable thought. Not far away, the old man was still considering to wait a little longer. A right for taking. Suddenly darkness enveloped the sky. When the old man looked up, he was in the middle of a storm. The airship landed on the east coast to the Atlantic Ocean, where it meets the land, and what looked like a huge tooth of machinery was the landing pad of the airship. The shockwave kept expanding outward, and the impact formed on a sea. The waves are closing in on the old man. The old man rushed to call his son David that the signal connection was broken in their call room. A pair of warplanes at this time also managed to reach her. The pilot knew that the distress or is not far away when none other than his own family. He ignores or is to go to their rescue, as well as the speed of destruction for up his the speed of rescue. The pilot lost his own mother. At this point, the alien ship successfully descends to Earth and leaves a deep imprint on the planet. Thermal imaging shows that there are countless aliens. Their attack was not a direct attack on humans. The hole drilled in the ocean of 16 kilometers diameter isoparticle drill will penetrate deep into the Earth's crust. If the Earth's core is destroyed, the Earth will no longer have gravity and no longer have an atmosphere, at which point any life on Earth will be lost. The general ordered all pilots to assemble, in their mission was to cover the bombers, blow up the alien drilling device, and killed the alien queen. After a farewell, all the hundreds of warplanes were deployed. They fought to defend your homeland. They started to approach the alien ship, and the first task was to blow up the ship's shields. Soon the aliens spotted two humans and began to attack, destroying many warplanes in an instant. Under the command of the captain, all the men formula to protect the bombers. Suddenly the alien fighters came face to face and gave the human fight as a counterattack since the enemy far outnumber the humans, resulting in an unprecedented battle for all. If this continues, the human race will be completely wiped out. The only chance now is to get inside the ship. The captain ordered to drill him. He led the squad and the bomber to dive inside. Strangely enough, the enemy did not catch up. Everyone didn't pay any attention. They saw the bombing target and were about to execute the attack when the accident happened. A sudden burst of electromagnetic interference came, causing the fighter to lose power straight away, which turned out to be a trap set by the aliens. The engines or field in the fire began to fall rapidly. In an emergency, all they could do was den the bomber, but did not know that the aliens have wrapped the protective shield. The bullet-suited bomber exploded and the spherical boundary isolated the power as it should have been. 3 pilots gave their lives and everyone in the room was in despair. There is no worse but worse. An electromagnetic wave causes also light to go down and the pilots lose contact with the guy around. Cutting aliens began to appear. They attacked the human organization directly on the other side. The humans who survived and the spaceship started an offensive and defensive battle with the aliens. They dived underwater to escape. The aliens pursued. They gathered and started to move together. They saw that the aliens were mobilizing for more bells. And even the alien queen herself was in action, because not long ago the exploration team picked up the spheroid on the moon. He was a higher civilization in the universe that had 4,000-year battle against the aliens who had invaded Earth but ended in defeat. The alien queen went out with the purpose of destroying the spheroid. She will follow this spheroid signal income. After it, drill holes will be drilled into the core of the Earth. David use fake spheroid fake signal to lure the alien queen away and then use the cold fusion bomb to destroy it. The difficulty is that the satellite has been disabled, can only be controlled manually, and the person controlling the bomb will dedicate his own life. Who will come forward to become a hero? At this point, Mike stepped forward to fight for the glory of mankind. Time is running out. The queen has 9 minutes to arrive at the borehole. There are 20 minutes to drill to the ground river. To this, every second cannot be wasted. The whole team accelerated to set up a combat formation. Meanwhile, the alien ship squats sees that the majority of the enemy forces left in the crew begins to draw the aliens' attention while the others go to steal their bell. How they draw the line of sight. They succeeded in stealing the satellite. The fighters finally launched a counterattack on the aliens. With teamwork, they managed to get away from the ship. They are about to go together to cure the queen. In the meantime, the queen has arrived and the aliens are in a battle with the humans. The general orders to isolate the sphere signal source and activate the dummy signal transmitter. Mike shifted his position with a fake signal and managed to fool the alien queen. He flew towards the planned location while in hot pursuit of Mike's fighters. Fake signal at the crew tickle moment. Mike met his own daughter. After that, he flew to the queen's ship with the bomb. At the same time, the outside opened shields while the queen in a ship. Some panic. Finally, Mike pressed the detonation button and blew up the alien ship directly. His daughter has long been crying. An explosion was contained within the shield just when everyone thought the queen had been wiped out. To the surprise of the people, the queen turned on their shields unharmed. They were targeted by the queen. They must quickly evacuate. The cheated queen was very angry and pointed the finger at the bus. She brought her own shield, which made it difficult for the fighters to fight. 6 minutes remained before the call would be destroyed and the queen was still closing in on the bus. The air fighter is also the last one left. The woman finally broke the queen's shield at the crisis point while she herself was hit by a counterattack. The queen looked at herself in such a mess. She was going to take revenge. She came running while the two at the woman, finally her boyfriend, or right in an alien fighter to save his girlfriend by fuse counterattack to the queen. Suddenly the engines of all the alien warplanes were controlled by the queen and several pilots' warplanes were no exception. The queen found the location of the sphere and led the fighters form a shield to protect herself. She came towards the sphere with 2 minutes left for the Earth to be destroyed. Several pilots are you are trapped in a vortex. In order to save the planet, they had to risk captivating the hybrid thrusters. They activated and spun in the vortex and flew into the sky immediately after. Since the power engines were all damaged, they had to attack with the dive of the fighters. The queen also found the sphere. As expected, a wave of heavy attacks came down from the sky and caught the queen off guard. They used the customary fighters to glide up and attack the queen again. Without shields, she could only run away. Finally, a barrage of attacks pierced her directly. The queen kept her heart and show. She fell to the ground in a trembling heap. After the queen was successfully killed, the drill stopped his work. The battle was won. Human